Hi, Assalamualaikum guys. We meet again for today class. So today class is the lab class. So for the today lab class, I want to teach you how to coding using repetition control structure. So as you can see in here, this is the exercise that I asked you to do. If I'm not mistaken, last week. So now I want to show you how we want to solve this problem. Okay, as you can see in here, the question asks you write a program that use for loop to perform the following step. So this question is very direct. Okay, direct to the point. So when you see the question asks you to use the for loop, automatic in your mind, this question is in the counter control loop types. When we talk about the counter control loop, what does it mean? So counter control loop is we know exactly how many times the loop is repeat. So as you can see in here, the first point here, the question asks you to prompt the user to input the 6 integers. So see, the question give you the number you want to input the integer. So from this, you know that this question is the counter control loop. You know how many times the repetition want to repeat. As you can see in here, how many times? So based in this question, 6 times. Okay. So first, the question asks you to prompt the user to input the 6 integer. So the question give you the data type that you should ask the user to enter. So data type of the number is the integer. Next, the question asks you to output all the odd numbers. So remember, when the question asks you odd numbers, so automatically in your mind, this question need to use the selection. Why we need to use the selection? Because we want to check whether the number that user input is odd number or even number. So when we want to check something, so we need to use the selection. Okay, next, output the sum of all the even number. So when you check the number is the even number, so you need to add all the even number that you got from the user. Only the even number, not all the 6 integer. If the user input the 6 integer is the even number, so you need to add up of the 6 number. If user just input 2 number of the even number, so the question need you to add up 2 number only. So how did we want to do that? We need to use the selection if. Okay, next is output the sum of the square of the odd number. Okay, so let's do this how we want to solve it using the def C++. Okay, kita akan buat coding. Okay, so this is def C++. Okay, so I want to code the coding to solve the problem. So first, as usual guys, you need to put the hashtag include IOStream. Okay, next, you need to write in using name space std. Okay, so after this, you need to write integer main. Please remember okay, sila ingat kita dah cap tempat dah. Okay, first, kalau kita tengok kat soalan dia, so dia suruh masukkan 6 integer dan menggunakan for loop. Okay, so first you need to do the variable declaration. Okay, so the data type is integer. So I just declare the variable as a number. So next I want to declare odd number, even number. So I just write some even num and some odd num. Okay, so some even. Okay, this is the running variable. Okay, some odd number, some square odd number, right? Some square of the odd number, some square odd number and square odd number. Okay, so next do the for loop, do the repetition. So as usual, for the for loop, we need to write first for, you should remember IEU, initialization, evaluation, and you have the updating, right? So first kali you kena fikir what kind of the variable that represent the LCV, loop control variable. So in here I want to use I as my LCV. So first I initialization integer I equal to 1 semicolon. So next evaluation I, if I declare if I do the initialization with 1, so I need to use I less than or equal what? How many number that question asks you to enter? 6. So 6. Okay, and updating I plus. Okay, so next you should ask the user to enter a number. Okay, see out, please enter a number. Okay, so see in number. Okay, if you want to display, please enter a number 1, number 2, number 3. So you can do like this. You just put this one and you just put I. Please enter a number. Okay, I. And then you put this one. Okay, so see in number. So next, first question asks you to find output all odd number. So output all odd number, so you need to write if what? How we want to find the odd number? You need to if number modulus 2 not equal to what? Not equal to 0. So the suruh display, right? So see out. Input the number. Okay, I want to put number. I want to call back the number. Okay, ni cara dia lah. Ni cara macam mana kita nak panggil variable dekat tengah-tengah antara ayat display. Okay, see out the number. Contohnya saya masuk nombor 3. So the number 3 that user input is odd number. Like that. Semicolon. Okay. Saya tambah N9 untuk buatkan. Kalau ada lagi nombor yang kedua, dia akan keluarkan. So dia akan pergi ke next 9. Okay. So next dia suruh cari even number. So kita letak if lagi. Okay. Bukan if else if lagi. So if number modulus 2 equal 0. Okay, for the even number should write like this in the if number modulus 2 equal 0. So the question asks you to do the summation. Okay, sum even num equal sum even num plus what? Plus number. Okay, awak kena ingat ini running statement. Okay, ni lah gunanya declaration dia sama dengan initialization dia sama dengan kosong. Sebab kita nak buat penambahan. Okay, sebab untuk kali pertama masuk sum even number ni mesti ada nombor. So you kena ingat apa-apa nombor tambah dengan 0, dia akan jadi nombor yang asal. So dapatlah nanti nilai yang asal. Okay, bila kali kedua dia nak buat, dia akan tambah nombor pertama tambah dengan nombor kedua. Itu kegunaan dia. So sekarang dia suruh display kan. output the sum of all even number. So kita nak display tu dekat dalam 4 ke kat luar 4? Okay, untuk soalan yang macam tu, you kena display dekat luar 4. Sebab kita nak buat penambahan semua dulu. Okay, daripada 6 nombor ni, contoh user masukkan 3 nombor even number. So biar dia buat penambahan dulu. Keluar daripada 4 baru dia display. So kita buat siap kat sini. The summation of all even number is, okay, so kita kena panggil apa ni? So kita panggil sum even num. Okay, so we do the end line. Okay, next soalan ask you to output the sum of the square of the odd number. So dia nak odd number juga. Kita squarekan odd number tu. Dah dapat buat square odd number tu, kita sumkan square tu. So kita dah cari kat sini odd number kan. So kita boleh tambah kat sini proses dia. So kita kena buat square odd num. Okay, macam mana nak buat square odd num? Okay, squarekan dia. So kita kena gunakan power. So kita kena panggil function pow. Pow apa? Pow number 2. Kita buat square dia, square odd number, pow number kuasa 2. Okay, lepas ni kita akan buat addition dia. So sum square odd num. Okay, running variable. Copy balik sum square odd num plus what? Plus square odd num. Dah siap. Okay, nampak? Saya buat kat dalam ni. Tak perlu lagi buat if yang lain. Sebab kat dalam ni memang dia dah cari odd number. So, saya display saja. See out the summation of all square of the square of the odd number is, okay, kita akan panggil apa guys? Kita akan panggil balik sum square odd num. Okay, dah siap. Okay, so kita dah gunakan pow. So kita kena hashtag include apa? Kita kena hashtag include math.h. Okay, so let's compile first to detect error. Okay, no error, warning no, 0. Okay, so kita akan run. Okay, please enter a number 1. So where I got this one? So I got this one from this. Nampak? Kita ambil nilai tu daripada I. Okay, please enter a number 1. Contoh number 1 saya adalah number 2. Okay, number 2 dia adalah even, right? So, kenapa dia tak display ni? Sebab kita masukkan even number. So, even number sekarang dia tengah buat penambahan. Okay, next saya akan masukkan odd number. Nombor 3. Tengok dia display apa? Nampak? The number 3 that user input is odd number. See? So, next dia suruh please enter a number 3. So, masa dia dah masukkan nombor 3 ni, dia dah buat square odd num ni. Dia powerkan dia. Power kuasa 2. Lepas tu dia buat submission. Okay, nombor 3 saya nak masukkan 7. 7 ni odd number tau. Nanti dia keluar lagi. Nampak? Okay, 7 is odd number. Nombor 4. Okay, please enter a number 4. I enter 6. 6 is the even number. 5, I enter number 13. Okay, so the number 13 that user input is odd number. So the last one, I want to input number 4. See? So So the summation of all even number is 12. The summation of the square of the odd number is 227. Okay, jom kita check sama ada jawapan ni betul ke tidak. 227 ni. So saya gunakan kalkulator. So first kita ada nombor odd number is 3, 7, 30. So 3 kuasa 2 adalah 9. 9 tambah 7 kuasa 2 berapa? 7 kuasa 2 is 49. Okay. Tambah 49. Plus square 30. Square 13 is equal to 169. So the answer is 227. So betul. So this is how we solve this problem. Okay. Itu cara macam mana nak settlekan masalah ini. So very easy, right? So this question are in the counter control loop type. Okay. So why this question under counter control loop? Because we know exactly how many times we want to repeat the statement, the process. Okay guys, so next I want to show you how to solve the problem using the Sentinel control loop. So when we talk about the Sentinel control loop, we didn't know how many times we want to repeat the repetition process. So it based on the user. So because of it based on the user yang tentukan bila dia nak berhenti. So you as a programmer need to give one value, or we call it as the Sentinel value, to the user, so that they know what kind of value they need to stop the repetition process. Okay, they need to input to stop the repetition process. As you can see in the question here, ask the user to input a series of number. Okay, the question asks you to input the series of number. Okay, beza tak dia dengan repetition dengan counter dengan soalan yang tadi? Okay, berbeza kan? Kalau yang tadi punya soalan tu, counter control loop tu, we know how many times the question asks you to input the data, to input the number. So for example, 6 numbers. So we know the exactly how many times the repetition will be execute or process. So kalau macam ni, we didn't know. Okay, it based on user. Bila user suka hati dia lah, dia nak sampai 100 nombor dia masukkan pun tak salah. Okay, sampailah dia masukkan Sentinel value. So as you can see in here, the Sentinel value is the yes. Okay, yes for continue, no for stop. So that is the Sentinel value that makes the repetition process will stop. Okay, the repetition process will stop. So this value. Okay, no, yes. Okay, so the question asks you to calculate the sum of all the positive number. Count the number of odd number. Count the number that are divisible by 5. So very easy. Very easy. So first, you need to do the coding. Okay, as usual guys. First step, hashtag include. Okay, hashtag include IO stream. Then using name space std integer main. Integer main. Okay, first the question asks you to input a series of numbers. So kita declaration integer number. Okay, integer number. Next, integer number. Next, sum of all the positive number. Okay, declare sum positive num. So this is the running variable. So initialize with 0. Okay, next. Next, the number, count the number of odd number. So dia suruh kira berapa banyak odd number yang user masukkan. So kita boleh declare dia sebagai count odd num. Okay, equal to 0. Also running variable. Okay, ada lagi tak untuk integer? count the number that are divisible by 5. Okay, so count divisible 5 by 5. Okay, so still running variable, so equal 0. Okay, next, the sentinel value, the variable for the sentinel value, yes or no. So I declare it as the char. Okay, char decision. So done variable declaration. So remember, bila sebut pasal sentinel, dia pun sama macam counter, dia ada IEU, tapi berbezanya bila kita gunakan sentinel, lagi sekali saya sebut, bila gunakan sentinel, you tak boleh guna for loop. Okay, you hanya boleh guna while or do while. Tapi saya suggestkan awak gunakan while. So bila gunakan while, initialization dia untuk sentinel ni dia berbeza sikit, dia berbeza dengan counter control loop. Kalau initialization for the counter control loop, we initialize it using 0 or 1. However, for the sentinel, we need to ask the user. Okay, we need to ask the user. So out. So for the initialization sentinel loop, so you kena ask user you kena ask user out. So dalam projek nanti guys, you banyak akan gunakan, memang you wajib gunakan sentinel lah. Contohnya macam you buat restoran, you boleh ke guna counter control loop? Macam mana you tahu dalam satu hari tu ada 100 customer datang? Kan, sebab counter control loop ni dia akan proses sampai dah 1 customer. So logik ke tak logik? Tak logik guys. So ingat, kalau berkenaan dengan projek, you kena gunakan sentinel. Sebab kita tak tahu. Kita tak tahu customer tu datang berapa orang hari tu. Kalau 3 lah, 4 lah macam tu. So sebab tu kita guna sentinel. Do you want to continue with the next customer? Tu example dia for the updating nanti. Jadi saya tunjuk. Untuk first ni, kita buat macam ni. Do you want to start the program? Tanya dia, awak nak start program tak? Kalau tak nak lah macam tu. So bila ni, you kena bagi tahu kat user what kind of value yang dia kena masukkan. So you boleh tulis kat sini, Y for yes and for no. Bagi tahu user apa yang dia kena masukkan. Ini pentingnya sentinel. Sentinel ini memainkan peranan yang penting. You kena bagi tahu user what is the sentinel value yang dia untuk yang dia boleh gunakan untuk continue the repetition ataupun nak stopkan proses tu. So macam ni. So kalau char yang tak ada size, ingat kalau char yang tak ada size, just buat in dia normal saja. So decision. Okay, boleh? So next kita buka evaluation kita. Bila evaluation kita kena gunakan while. We need to use while. While apa? While decision. Okay, selagi decision not equal to and. Okay, while decision not equal and, selagi bukan and, dia akan run je. Dia akan buat proses tu. Okay, so while decision not equal and, so kita kat dalam while kita buat proses-proses yang soalan tu suruh. So soalan tu suruh calculate the sum, count the number of odd number, count the number that are divisible by 5. So sekarang kita nak cari all positive number. So all positive number adalah kita boleh buat if. Okay, before that you need to ask user to enter the number. Okay, see out. Please enter a number. Okay, please enter a number. See in. number. Okay, lepas tu baru kita buat if number more than 0. Kenapa saya nak buat more than 0? Sebab nombor yang lebih besar daripada kosong itu adalah positive number. Okay. So dia suruh buat apa? Kalau dia positive number, dia suruh buat sum. Sum of all positive number. So saya declare sum positive number. So saya buat running variable dia sum positive num. Okay. Num equal sum positive num plus number. Okay, ini adalah statement, running statement. Okay, ni running variable dia. Okay, next dia suruh cari odd number, right? Count the number of odd number. Dia suruh buat count. Dia suruh buat counter. So, if odd number macam biasa, if number modulus 2 not equal to 0. Okay, sila hafal statement ni, selalu keluar dalam soalan. So, dia suruh buat count. Count apa? Count odd num. So, untuk buat count odd num equal count odd num. Remember kalau nak buat count, you kena tambah 1 saja. Sebab kita nak kira bilangan 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So next dia suruh number sum count divisible by 5. Count the number that can divisible by 5. If, maksudnya if number modulus 5, okay, bila dia boleh dibagikan dengan 5, maksudnya remainder dia kena sama dengan 0. Okay, so dia suruh buat count divisible by 5 by 5 equal count divisible by 5 plus 1. Okay, sebab nak buat count, dia nak buat counter. Okay, ni cara macam mana nak buat dia. Okay, nak display count divisible semua ni. Selagi dia tak tekan N, selagi tu dia akan kira. So, display kena letak dekat luar while. Okay, so now kita dah ada I. This is initialization. Ini adalah evaluation. So, macam mana kita nak buat updating dia? So, updating dia pula pun sama juga, you need to ask a user. So, you kena updating. Okay, updating. We do the updating for Sentinel loop. Okay, so senang je see out. Do you want to enter a next number? Okay, bagi tahu dia. Tekan Y for yes or and for no. Okay, kalau dia tekan Y, dia akan continue lah. Okay, so see in apa? See in decision. Okay, nampak? See in decision. Okay, dah habis dah cukup. Initialization kita dah ada, evaluation kita dah ada updating. So, kita tinggal apa? Kita tinggal display. First, kita akan display cout the summation all positive number is. Okay, so kita kena panggil sum positive num. Okay, so end line. Okay, next kita nak display count odd number. So kita boleh buat the number of odd that user enter is, kita panggil apa? Count odd 6. Okay, and line. So next, see out the number that can be divisible by 5 is, so kita panggil count divisible by 5. Okay. So tolong jangan buat kesilapan masa display. Display berkenaan dengan summation, number yang count-count ni selalunya kita letak luar daripada loop. Nampak? Luar daripada loop. Okey, lagi satu, ramai yang akan silap kat sini, dia pergi buat plus-plus kat sini. Okey, jangan jangan buat plus-plus kat situ. Just letak je number or nama of variable. Okey, boleh? So, let's compile to find the error. Okay, no error. So, kita akan buat this one. Kita run. Okay, do you want to start the program? So, saya masukkan Y. Please enter a number. Saya masukkan nombor 5. Do you want to enter a next number? Of course, Y. 6. Y. 7. Y lagi. Saya masukkan 9. 10. Y. 10. Dan saya tekan N. Nampak? So dia berhenti. Itu maksud dia. The summation of all the positive numbers, dia akan add lah semua positive number ni. So the number of number that user enter. Okay, kita kira 1, 2, 3. Okay, the number that are divisible by 5 is 1, 2. So itulah dia cara macam mana kita nak buat Sentinel value. Okay, next saya nak tunjukkan question yang lain pula, but we are still in the Sentinel loop. Okay, di mana question ni ask the user to input a series of number and input negative one to stop the repetition process. So soalan ni nampak macam sama macam yang tadi, betul tak? Nampak je macam sama, tapi apa bezanya dengan yang tadi? Kalau yang tadi tu dia ask the user to input a series number. So ini input lain. Okay, data type dia integer. Untuk berhentikan pula, untuk Sentinel value dia pula, dia menggunakan yes or no. So ini data type dia adalah char. Okay, however, this question dia menggunakan negative one. So negative one data type dia apa? Integer. So the question asks you to enter integer also. So you can declare one variable for Sentinel value and also for the input. So macam mana kita nak buat soalan kalau keluar macam ni? Senang saja. Okay. So soalan suruh calculate the sum of all the positive number dengan sum the number that are divisible by 2. Okay, macam tadi juga. So kita codekan dia. Okay, so ni dia hashtag include IO3 using namespace std integer main. Okay, so saya declare ni je integer number sebagai input dan sebagai Sentinel value juga untuk number tu. So next dia suruh sum divisible, kita buat ni lah, div by 2 equal 0. Sum positif. Okay, 0. Okay. So next, before we want to do the while, kita kena buat initialization di dahulu. So initialization, we need to ask the user to enter something. So initialization, kita boleh buat cout. Okay. Okay, cout. Please enter a number or negative one to stop the process. Awal-awal kita dah tanya dah. Okay, awak nak berhenti ke awak nak ni? Okay, please enter a number or -1 to stop the process. So kita gunakan je lah in number. Boleh nampak tak? Kenapa saya boleh gunakan number ni? Sebab -1 ni tergolong dekat dalam data type integer. Kenapa kita nak declare banyak-banyak? Sedangkan kita boleh buat sekali saja sebab data type dia sama. Kalau macam tadi, kenapa saya bezakan? Sebab satu dia minta nombor, satu lagi dia menggunakan yes or no. Itu adalah data type-nya lah lain. So bila lain, you kena buat macam yang tadi. Tapi bila data type dia sama, so boleh buat macam ni. Okay, next kita akan buat evaluation. Evaluation dia while apa? While number not equal to -1. Lagi nombor tak sama dengan -1. So dia akan terus je buat if. Okay, sebab number ni kita dah masukkan dekat atas tadi tu kan. If number lebih besar daripada 0. Okay, dia buat sum. Sum positive equal sum positive. Okay, sum positive equal sum positive plus number. Okay, next dia buat if number modulus 2 will equal 0. So dia nak buat summation. Sum div by 2 sum div by 2 plus number. Okay, so dah siap. So macam ni kita nak buat updating dia. Updating mesti dekat dalam while So updating je, kita tanyalah balik. Okay, cout please enter a number or -1 to stop the process. Ni cara dia. So, in apa? In number. Dah siap. Okay, so next we need to do the output. So, output is cout the summation of all positive number is, kita panggil sum positive and line. Okay, cout the summation of the number that can divisible to is, kita panggil apa? Sum div by 2. Dah. Okay, so ni cara dia nak jawab. Okay, so compile. Okay, tak ada error tak ada error. So kita run. Okay, ini dia punya output screen. So nampak, please enter a number or -1 to stop the process. Kalau you input the -1, so the process of repetition will stop. So if you input the 20, number of 20, okay, so dia akan ulang lagi. Nak masuk lagi tak? So nak lagi tak? Nampak? So kalau user kata okay lah, cukup lah kot 1, 2, 3, 4 data. So dia letaklah -1. So dia stop. Nampak? Nampak tak? So very easy guys. Very easy. Okay, boleh? Senang je kan? Okay. So kalau tak faham boleh tanya saya. Jangan risau. Okay guys, so that's all for today lab classes. So please do the question that I have been given you in the GCR. If you have any question, please ask me. And don't forget to click your attendance in new future. And that's all for today. Assalamualaikum.